Item Number SCP-Y-052. Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-Y-052 is to be housed within Sub-Level Theta of Site-Y2 in a subterranean containment wing designed for the exclusive confinement of immobile ontological anomalies. The locus of containment, designated Observation Room Theta-7, shall remain under continuous surveillance via integrated, closed-circuit visual instrumentation and remote metaphysical monitoring interfaces. Access to SCP-Y-052 requires written authorization from Site Director William Waller, and is restricted to personnel possessing Level 4 clearance or higher. Requests for communicative engagement must be submitted no fewer than 72 hours in advance, and are subject to a triadic review process involving psychological profiling, metaphysical hazard assessment, and pre-interaction ritual containment verification. Personnel approved for interaction must complete cognitive stabilization therapy following each session to mitigate narrative entanglement. Environmental parameters within Theta-7 must be strictly regulated. Ambient temperatures shall remain stabilized at 17 degrees Celsius. Illumination shall not exceed 40 lumens, and humidity shall be maintained between 25 to 30%. Any electronic apparatus capable of bidirectional communication or resonance field amplification are strictly prohibited, as such devices exacerbate SCP-Y-052's ontic field. Verbal communication is prohibited unless explicitly authorized. Personnel found in violation, especially those who kneel within SCP-Y-052's proximity, are to be detained and subjected to immediate metaphysical quarantine and temporal integrity evaluation by the Department of Cognitohazard and Paradox Resolution. In the event of an unauthorized communion or spontaneous string manifestation event, Mobile Task Force Zeta-0D, Dramatic Duos, shall be placed on high alert. Description: SCP-Y-052, colloquially known as the Stringed Monarch, is an ostensibly inert humanoid entity of skeletal morphology, measuring approximately 2.3 meters in estimated height. It is eternally seated on a throne constructed of fossilized osteocalcific material, interwoven with arcane representations of spinning wheels, shattered bobbins, and suspended threads exhibiting temporal stasis. The throne is hypothesized to extend into extra-dimensional strata that remain inaccessible to baseline reality. When entering the room containing SCP-Y-052, the structure and visuals of the anomaly and its containment chamber are perceived differently by every individual who has knowledge of it, with no recorded instance of any individual seeing the anomaly the exact same way. The entity is adorned in a cloak composed of semi-ethereal textile that inconsistently refracts electromagnetic wavelengths. Based on observer proximity and mental state, the fabric manifests as either nebular filament or decaying silk. Spectrographic analysis yields non-reproducible readings. All chemical analyses to date remain inconclusive. SCP-Y-052 was discovered during substructural excavation beneath Site-Y2, in the aftermath of a structural breach associated with the instability of SCP-Y-001 activity. The chamber in which it was found was hewn seamlessly from the bedrock, and measures approximately 16 meters in diameter and 5 meters in height. All surfaces appear to be a single, monolithic mass of an unknown hypermetamorphic stone. Spiraling inscriptions, composed of pre-human protoscript, line the walls and floors, exhibiting syntax unaligned with any known linguistic root. Decipherment remains incomplete. SCP-Y-052 remains inert unless approached by a supplicant, defined as any individual who kneels within a 3-meter radius and audibly petitions for an audience. Upon such invocation, SCP-Y-052 becomes active, engaging exclusively through metaphorical speech. Direct references, interrogatives, or literal inquiries are disregarded or transformed into symbolic parables. Communication draws heavily upon the following motifs: the loom of all things, the weavers of time, the threads of knowing, those who sleep beneath the spiral, the great old ones. Upon initiation of dialogue, a strand of semi-physical, luminescent material manifests from the sternum of the supplicant. This thread varies in color, texture, and vibrational signature, believed to represent a metaphysical codex of the individual's fate, identity, or temporal vector. The thread begins to unravel at a measured pace, vanishing into SCP-Y-052's torso or cloak. No physiological damage is recorded, though subjects report increasing sensory detachment, memory dissonance, and metaphysical vertigo relative to dialogue duration. If the supplicant accepts SCP-Y-052's metaphorical contract, typically phrased as, quote, a weaving among those who cast the pattern, the rate of unraveling increases. SCP-Y-052 then divulges a sequence of allegorical revelations, including descriptions of hypertemporal civilizations preceding known spacetime, interactions with sapient entities operating in extra-dimensional logic sets, accounts of inter-realm conflicts where the laws of causality are mutable, vignettes set within ontological spaces defined by paradox and contradiction, parables concerning dormant supra-entities approaching lucidity. Supplicants who reject or challenge the discourse experience violent metaphysical backlash. In all such events, the thread retracts with anomalous speed and intensity, resulting in immediate collapse. Neurological scans yield flatlined EEGs, while metaphysical signatures persist in fluctuating oscillation states. In 60% of cases, subjects enter irreversible catatonia. The remaining 40% recover partial coherence but display severe aphasia, speaking only in recursive metaphors revolving around spindles, threads, and twisting fates. During test log Y-52-7, SCP-Y-052 issued the following declaration.
The spindle trembles, the wheel stirs in silence. 8,000 eyes flutter open before the lattice. Some scratch, clawing at the dark. Their time drifts closer. Drop. I drop.
Within 40 seconds of this utterance, the following phenomena were documented. A 300% increase in ambient ionizing radiation in Observation Room Theta-7. Simultaneous, recursive nullification of Class 3 cognitohazardous containment glyphs across Site Y2. A 0.2-second distortion in the cosmic microwave background, traced to SCP-Y-001's coordinates. Concurrent dream convergence between 2 Level 3 researchers, each featuring a broken-crowned monarch, seated upon a throne of collapsed timelines. This was their description, though we are unsure exactly what it means. Exploratory Test Log Series. Analytical Summaries of Supplicant Interactions. Test Log Y-052-A01. Subject: D29811. Male. Age 41. Criminal record includes multiple violent offenses. Assessed as non-spiritual and possessing moderate cognitive flexibility. Date: February 27th, 2000. Thread phenomenology. Chromatic signature of rust orange, interlaced with bronze metallic granules. Begin log.
D29811. Approach SCP-Y-52 and kneel. Do not stand once the test is initiated.
What the fuck is that? This is the thing I'm supposed to bow to?
A sequence of events are about to occur. Do not move. Do not stand. Remain kneeling. Remain still and calm.
Oh, something's happening. I feel it. Like something's trying to break its way out of my chest. What is this?
The metal that forgets its forge shall rust beneath the gaze of those who shaped flame into rule. They sang starlight tongues, capturing suns within their chests, singing through harmonies that held worlds aloft. Yet the trail seeped from dimensional seams, unraveling trust and dissolving truth into silent entropy.
No more of this. We're fucking done with this, dude. I can't handle this.
Subject, return to position immediately or else there will be...
D29811 violated the implied protocol by standing mid-transmission, prompting immediate and forceful retraction of the metaphysical thread coming out of his chest. This induced a total neuromimetic collapse. Subject subsequently entered a persistent fugue state, exhibiting abnormal REM-like neurological rhythms in both conscious and unconscious states. Subject demonstrated compulsive expression through vocalized, fragmented metaphors, and is currently held in Site-Y-2's trauma ward for indefinite containment. Test log Y52-C09. Date: March 1st, 2000. Subject: Dr. Eleanor Hayes. Level 4 clearance. Ontological research specialist. Offered to act as test subject. Begin log.
I seek understanding from you. May I have an audience, Stringed Monarch?
To seek understanding is to walk pathways unseen, to connect to the dark recesses of the worlds unknown. To know me is to glimpse beyond veils, where shadows themselves fear to tread.
Tell me, Stringed Monarch, what stirs beyond the veils now?
Dreamless slumber, they lay, titans of silent eternities. But now, their eyelids tremble, the spindle twists, the pattern freeze, forgotten terrors awaken, beneath cosmic tides.
Are you referring to the old ones? You have mentioned them before.
They whose dreams sculpted reality before humankind drew breath. The great old ones, keepers of oblivion, here now. The scratchings at reality seems, the restless stir beneath oceans of endless night.
And these old ones, have they fully awakened?
Awakened, awakening, and yet to awaken. States meaningless before their timeless gaze, yet their claws stand now at doors, long shot, arching once more across fractured realities, summoned by whispers older than your stars.
Can their return be prevented?
Prevention is the illusion of those bound by linear threads. Prepare instead for the weaving. Their march is written in cosmic ink, indelible upon the fabric of existence.
Dr. Hayes, the interaction is complete. Please withdraw. This is Director Waller, signing off on a rather concerning report at Site Y1. I hope you'll consider subscribing to stay up to date with our latest findings. I eagerly look forward to having your audience in future reports.